and I wanted to try something with the raspberries. Again, I think they were all would have gone bad. So I was like trying to use them up, and we had a juicer, and I was like, I'll make a bunch of raspberry juice. I think I was going to try like make a raspberry sorbet or something. And I threw them all into the juicer, and none of the juice came out. It just
It's Memorial Weekend and we're recording. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Whipped Cream Salmon. I am your host, Ronnie Sanchez. Joined with me, as always, my co-host, Brian Bastanza. You're listening to the podcast where we talk about all things food, friends, and fuckery. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great.
I am here also, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to, exist and all that. It's good to exist here on the pod with you.
Yes, it is.
Appreciate that.
It's good to feel good.
How's your Memorial Day weekend going?
Dude, I've been trying to get my truck back in working order.
Ooh.
And let me tell you something. I hate working on cars. It is not fun. People whose hobby it is to work on cars, I don't understand. And maybe people feel the same way about cooking, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
Every time I have to fix something on my car, first of all, it beats the hell out of me. I'm like shoulder deep in my engine bay. I'm laid across the top of the engine.
Bloody knuckles left and right.
Exactly. And I'm like digging in there like for, a nut, trying to, then you drop it into the engine bay and it's like, oh, fuck. Well, that's a whole nother thing. You got to find that. But the little plastic clips are the worst. We got to come up.
For the doors?
So what's that?
For the doors? The door clips? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. I broke a couple of those today.
Yeah.
No, the ones like the connector pieces for like your sensors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible to get apart. We got to find a better solution.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. You shouldn't have to work on the car. It should just come working,
That would be good too.
Let's get there.
Stop putting parts in hard to reach places.
Yeah. Everything should be reachable.
Mm-hmm. Build cars more like Legos.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't need a single screwdriver.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine if it was all just like little latches and stuff and you're just ding, 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 ding. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything just latched together. That'd be way better. I completed my repairs, so hopefully that does the trick. I was having an issue with my truck was just turning off while I was driving.
That's tight.
Yeah.
I mean, way to risk it for the biscuit,
Not ideal. Not an ideal situation. Been a very expensive year for your boy and car repairs. Not a fan. So
I'm not a fan of anything that makes you sad, so
I appreciate that.
I think we're on the same page. Page?
You know what makes me happy?
What's that?
Pacifico.
Let's go.
Big shout out to today's sponsor.
Pacifico? They're sponsoring us?
Yeah. Sponsoring me after my car repairs. What do you got?
I'm drinking a Sugar Creek Brewing Company white ale.
Okay.
A little local shit.
Local shit.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Sounds good. You cooking up anything this weekend?
For Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. No. I mean, we don't have like Memorial Day plans or anything, so
yeah.
Nothing like that. I did go to the farmer's market yesterday, which I haven't been all summer, actually. So this is the first time I was over there.
Okay.
It was packed.
Yeah.
So packed that it took like 20 minutes to park and 20 minutes to leave, which makes it tough
That's a bummer.
to be like a grocery store replacement.
Yeah.
You know, it's already like 25 minutes from the house, which is more than the grocery store. But I love it there. I do. I mean, shit's expensive. That's one thing. But I'm comfortable paying more money for more quality ingredients, especially when it comes to, I shouldn't say especially, but the things that you get there are like the meats and stuff, which are farm raised, like by the guy who's standing there. Like,
Sure.
I can pay more for that.
It does. I'm all for that and love to support that. It does, however, feel like going to the farmer's market should be cheaper. Right? You're cutting out the middleman.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think the veggies are so like there's a handful of at this farmer's market, there's a handful of vegetable vendors or farmers that have kind of they do a couple things and they do it really well. It's all their farm, right? One guy's got tomatoes. I mean, he's got some other things too, but it's mostly like he's the tomato guy. And then there's like a watermelon guy who's got like all the watermelons. And then there's some flower people and they're doing flowers. And that's like the good produce. There's a couple vendors that are like the big super vendors that they carry everything basically.
Right.
They're like your supermarket replacement for a lot of things, but they have some interesting stuff too. That's where I've found like bitter melons before. It's where I found like weird like Asian ingredients, stuff like that. Like, and that stuff is pretty inexpensive. Okay. I've noticed, but also like don't really know where it's coming from. Like sometimes you get stuff there and it's like stickered, like, and it's like came from, imported from Mexico, so like
you're not buying pineapples and avocados from North Carolina.
Yeah. And so I don't know if that's even better than going to the grocery store to get produce. Right. It's probably similar. I mean, there's kind of cooler ingredients and the price is okay. So I'm okay with that. But yeah,
Raleigh has a really big farmer's market as well. And same thing. It's like, it's really out of the way for us to get there. And, we've been a few times and they do have good things, but same thing. You see a lot of like the stickered veggies and stuff. You're like, well, yeah, this isn't really what the draw of a farmer's market is.
Sure.
Right. Like,
right.
I want the local stuff.
Right. I mean, that being said, like you go midsummer to go get some tomatoes or get some peaches or something like that. Yeah. It's bomb. It's like the only place you can get it. Because honestly, like even midsummer at the grocery store, the peaches fucking suck. And little known fact, peach is my favorite fruit. So it makes me very sad when I have a unsweet, unjuicy peach.
Do you like a sweet or a tart peach?
I want it to be pretty juicy. That's my first criteria.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I think I want it more sweet. I think with peaches, I want them sweet. I've said before that I've come around on like tart cherries for sure. Mm-hmm. Maybe plums and pluots. A little sourness can go a long way.
Plum that has that like real snappy tart skin. It's my favorite.
Yeah, some of them are like green and stuff too. Those might all be pluots.
I don't know. I like the really dark ones though. Our last apartment, they had a plum tree outside. There was like a garden. What do you call it? Like a community garden for the apartments, and you could like rent a plot, and outside of it there was a plum tree, and it did really well for a while, and it would produce a ton of plums, and they were great. And then one of the last years that we were there, it got a disease or something, it took over, and they ended up just cutting the whole tree down.
Oh,
it's real sad. Yeah.
Oh,
that was a bummer.
That is sad. I'd like to have a fruit tree.
Yeah.
One day.
blueberries were out there too. And I was always, you get blueberries from the grocery store. A lot of times they're pretty terrible.
They're awful.
And
all little sour bombs, which
either
little sour is okay,
sour or just mealy and gross.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have them sour than mealy and gross.
Same.
And so much to the point where I have for the longest time been like, I don't like blueberries. Because 9 times out of 10 they're not good.
Yeah. A good one is really good though.
Dude,
turns out
the blueberry plants that we had in our apartment complex, those things were damn good. We'd walk out there with a couple quart containers and fill them up. Really, really good. A good one, it tastes just like a blueberry candy taste. It has that it's like, it almost tastes too much like blueberry to be a real blueberry, but
yeah,
fucking good.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Mm-hmm.
Is a blueberry your favorite berry?
No, I really like raspberries.
Oh, I feel like I don't get good raspberries.
That too.
I feel like those are more of a miss than the blueberries almost.
Yeah.
They're all mush and almost the ones I feel like the ones we get are almost flavorless. They're mushy and flavorless.
You have to eat them immediately because if you put them in your refrigerator overnight, they will be rotten by the morning.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know.
Probably science.
This is kind of funny. This was a few years back. I was at one of the restaurants and we had a bunch of raspberries, and I wanted to try something with the raspberries. Again, I think they were all would have gone bad. So I was trying to use them up, and we had a juicer, and I was like, I'll make a bunch of raspberry juice. I think I was going to try make a raspberry sorbet or something. And I threw them all into the juicer, and none of the juice came out. It just I put a whole clamshell in, and I pressed it, and no juice came out. And all the pulp just went through into the pulp dispenser, and that was it.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's oh fuck,
a little juiceless,
Mm-hmm.
I'd go for strawberries.
Strawberries are great.
They're great, and I feel
hard to get a good one.
Yeah, but more consistent than blues.
Yeah, definitely.
And a good one is really good.
Yeah. California has some great strawberries.
Is that where they come from?
They grow a lot of them there for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, California has the best produce in general.
In the country.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying in the world.
It's probably up there.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect climate for growing anything.
Well, it's got different climates. That's the good part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Lots of sunshine. I mean,
the Sunshine State? Is that what they call it?
That's what they call it.
That's the slogan?
Yep. Pretty sure.
We'll fact check that.
Okay.
Or we won't.
We won't. We definitely won't.
So you're talking about breaking out the smoker. What did you have in mind for the next smoked meat adventure for Ronnie Sanchez?
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I was at the grocery store today. I was looking at a couple things. Nothing really caught my eye. I was kind of thinking of doing maybe a pulled pork, get a pork butt or something. That I almost pulled the trigger on. I want to do another brisket.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment.
You start it tonight. I'll shoot down tomorrow.
Yeah. Probably someone has to watch it overnight.
Yeah. You can do that.
I don't have a Traeger. I can't just turn that shit on and go to sleep. I put an alarm on it, and the alarm starts going off, and it doesn't turn off until I go and deal with it. And then so it'll be good.
What if you do it first thing in the morning?
Well, the last one that we cooked, granted, that was a big ass brisket. And it was also the first time that I ever used my smoker. I was like, you know what? First time I've ever smoked anything, I'm going to go with the biggest piece of meat I could find. And I did a brisket. probably wouldn't have chosen that in retrospect. It came out great, but I got up at like 3:00 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and you came over. I don't think we ate dinner until like 8:30, and it was great. It honestly could have gone for like another hour and a half probably, and then rested for significantly longer. Yeah. But I mean, it's still very good.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, super good.
I don't know.
Could you cut it? Would that make it?
Yeah,
you
probably.
took a brisket and cut it into like 3 or 4 little chunks, and I don't know that would even really help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I'm sure it definitely would. I just need to maybe just find a smaller one. I don't know. I know you can get like the flat. You know, the brisket has like two different parts. There's, what do they call it? The flat and the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the point is like the fattier side of it. And the flat is the meatier side. But I kind of want both.
Yeah.
Just gotta really want both.
Someone is yelling into their speaker right now, yelling at me for suggesting to cut up the brisket before putting it on the smoker.
Yeah.
That's a controversial take right there. I understand that.
Yeah, the smoking community, pretty fired up.
Yeah.
It's a passionate group.
What things do they get most upset about?
They get
a binder to use, stuff like that.
Binder is a big one. There's people that like are, anti-binder, that they think they don't believe in it. I see this other take that paprika is a farce. It doesn't have any flavor, which I don't fully disagree with. I mean, it definitely has flavor.
It's more of a color agent.
It's more of a color agent.
Yeah.
Also, like definitely drying it out that's probably the worst thing that you can do, is overcooking your brisket, cooking it too fast, like it's a steak or something. But what people really get upset with it is on socials, or you post your brisket on Reddit or something. A lot of people will post like a short video where they like cut it in half and they turn it to show the cross section. And then they press it and they squeeze all the juice out to show you how juicy it is. People lose their mind if you do that.
Oh my God.
Get really upset.
Yeah. I mean, we lose our mind.
I'm with it.
We lose our mind when people do that to a steak or a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
They put it on socials. They just cut the thing in half and just squeeze all of it out. It's so cool.
It's like, I believe it's juicy. It looked great.
Get the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to get rid of all the juice to prove that it was juicy.
No.
Okay.
So
that's something that makes them sad. Bummer.
Yep.
I
did fire up the Yakitori grill yesterday. I got a whole chicken and broke that down. It was fun.
What do you say? You got 27 skewers out of that bird?
I did. I got 27. It was a small bird too. So
you think you're getting more yield, more meat yield out than previously? Is that?
Yeah. I with the whole idea behind Yakitori is using up as much of the bird as possible. So like a lot of the parts that people throw away. And if I got a less trimmed bird, I don't know. Sometimes you get a bird and there's like no organs or anything. Usually you get the little bag or whatever. But like in the book Chicken and Charcoal, they showed like the birds that restaurant get in, it's like a head-on chicken. Yeah. So they utilize a lot more of like the neck meat and different skin parts and more of the organs, livers and hearts and things like that. But This one just had liver and the neck inside of it. So I utilized as much as I could, but yeah, I got 27 skewers out of it. It was good. It was fun.
Nice, good job. The ones at the Asian market have the heads on.
Do they?
Yeah, they're gnar. They got extra fat on them. I don't know. I mean, I bought it once. I didn't know. It like has it like it's like still like in this. It's in like the cellophane foam tray with the cellophane packaging. Yeah. But the head is like tucked underneath it, so you can't see it at all until you get home and open it. Oh, there's a head on this thing.
I have to tackle this thing.
It's still alive? Are you serious? I mean, that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't guess that it bothers some people. It doesn't bother me. I mean, some ways I want to have that uncomfortable feeling because that means that I'm closer to the actual process of an animal giving its life for a meal, you know? I think if people, because there's a lot of people that just think of chicken as like 2 chicken breasts and they've never seen the bird.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and they know what a chicken is, but like there's a disassociation between what like chicken what I eat and chicken is a farm animal. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. There's some part of me that appreciates that.
Yeah, this one was
it's a little gnar though.
Yeah,
it's a little gnar. Yeah,
the one I got was a nice heritage bird, small chicken, but it still had a couple feathers on that. Mm-hmm. I had to clean a couple of them off, but hey, I don't mind seeing that.
Yeah. I'm in the market for a camp chef or a 2-burner / 3-burner. Did I tell you that I got rid of the flat top?
No, you told me you were trying to.
Yeah, so I wound up getting rid of it. I put it up on Craigslist I put it up there for $50, and within 10 minutes I had like a bunch of people hit me up, and then my neighbor wound up taking it off my hands like within half hour from me posting the thing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I get that the thing has value and people want them. It was given to me and I was just like trying to like just have someone come grab it, and then I was able to like roll it like 40 feet away from where it was, and so that's good. But yeah, now I'm kind of in the market for a camp chef.
Nice.
It's
the way to go.
I think so. I'll be able to do a lot on that. Super versatile camping stuff too, but definitely just like
it's really efficient too. I mean, as much as I use that thing, like, dude, a propane tank lasts me a really long time.
Yeah, you have a 2-burner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at some of these they're 3 burners.
That's cool.
I've really just been on like Facebook Marketplace and checking stuff out. You think it's a good deal for $200 for a 3-burner?
I think that you can go to Costco and buy a 3-burner for $200. Brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going for now. When I got mine, I mean, it was a screaming deal. I got it for like, it was like $60 or something. Jesus, when I bought mine. It was like during COVID. Really good deal on it. I don't know what they're all going for now, but yeah, one of the best purchases that I've made in recent history for sure.
Yeah,
love that thing
for sure. I'm excited about getting it. I want to get maybe just a grill top for it. Yeah, maybe I get the flat top thing. Maybe I get the grill top thing as well.
If you get you can do it with either. If you get the 3-burner one, it'd be nice because you can buy the flat top that will actually cover 2 burners. So you could have 2 as a flat top and 1 as just an open one. I also have like a grill attachment. It's like, your dad's open and closed top grill that sits on the top of that, and I do not like it.
You don't like it?
No, I've used it a couple times.
Because it's something that I was interested in, or at least the idea of having some sort of grill.
I think if you found like a cast iron like grate kind of thing,
or just a grill pan.
Yeah, I think that would be a better option than for one. I mean, as cooks, like we never use like a closed top grill in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I find it hard. I often overcook things on those kind of like Weber grills. You know, go to somebody's house and they're having a barbecue and somehow you end up manning the grill. I do find myself overcooking things on those more often because I'm not used to using the air around it.
Sure.
I guess to cook.
It's way hotter.
Yeah, and it's hotter, it's more inconsistent. But really the biggest issue with this thing is because you're putting a grill on top of like a stove burner. And so there's like a heat shield plate under it. It's like kind of like a V.
Yeah.
That like is supposed to disperse the heat around. And on the box it says like patented, you know, whatever design, you know, it like takes the drippings off of your burger and, you know, the aroma of it like goes back up into the meat. It's like, no, it doesn't. It creates a grease fire is what happens. It doesn't work like that at all. It drips onto this pan that's being, you know, scorched by the burner underneath it. It's going to burn immediately. And
in the dick to clean.
If you're getting any flavor from it, it's going to be bitter flavor from it burning up the juices on that pan.
They got a patent for that? Like, you got to take that thing to the U.S. Patent Office and explain that this cover is special.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
They were like, you know what? You're right. This is a special cover that you have here.
I don't think the Patent Office tells you if it's a good or a bad idea. They just verify that it is an idea. And no one else is allowed. It has to be
an idea, and no one else has had that idea. That's
correct.
Another, function of their position, probably.
Yeah, correct.
Because they can't be given out. If you're like, hey, I invented the hat, and they're like, oh, well, Brian already actually invented the hat.
Yeah.
I didn't invent the hat, for the record. People have been wearing hats for way longer than I've been alive, Ronnie.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Glad we got to the bottom of that. Yeah. But yeah, so that'd be a cool new purchase to get. I've been, jonesing for some outdoor cooking.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's nice.
Weather's been nice this weekend.
Yeah, it's a little soggy right here.
Is it drizzly there today?
No, it's just gray, to be honest.
It was much sunnier this morning. It's gotten a little overcast since, but the weather's perfect though. Yesterday was really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have some exciting news.
Ooh.
Some life-changing news.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I put in my notice at my current job.
It's tough.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
About this new project and stuff, and things just kind of fell apart in one way or another. I don't want to, not here to disparage anybody or what anyone is currently doing, but it just didn't feel like it was the right fit for me anymore. So I put the old resume out there, and I landed a job at the sushi spot in town, which I'm really excited about.
Congratulations, Ronnie.
Thank you.
It's exciting. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's something I've never done before, and it's a really good spot in town. I mean, if I'm going to go and learn something new, then I want to go seek out the best place that I can do it. Mm-hmm. And this place seems to fit the bill for that, and it's more of like an omakase style, so like chef's tasting. It should be fun. I'm excited about it. I start on the 3rd of June. So
congratulations. That's awesome. So yeah, tell everyone about Omakase. Is some of the dinners a la carte as well, or is it mostly prefixed menu? But yeah, it's also the concept.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they do have like a la carte items. but it's a smaller menu. It's not going to be like a lot of your sushi spots, Americanized sushi where you've got, 12 different sauces on it and crumble and jalapenos and avocado.
The Mickey Mouse and the Donald Duck.
Yeah,
dude, on there.
Don't get me wrong. I do love those. I get down with some Mickey Mouse rolls.
You like the Philly roll with the cream cheese?
I don't like the cream cheese.
You don't like the cream cheese? Okay.
Do you?
Oh yeah. You
do. Yeah.
I mean, I like everything. I like cream cheese.
That's with salmon, right?
Is it salmon? Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm also in there.
I don't know. You got to tell me. I don't know. That's not one that I order.
I don't know.
I'm not really
cheese, send it.
I'm not really a salmon fan. It's kind of my biggest thing.
Yeah. What is it about it that you don't like? Is it the oiliness of it?
It is very oily. I think there's also like a lot of really poor quality salmon out there. I mean, it's like probably the most overfished fish around. If not the most, it's got to be up there. There's just really, really poor quality salmon out there. And so not that all salmon is bad. I've had more bad salmon than good. So something I just kind of steer away from. But yeah, omakase style, it's usually like a prefix dinner, chef's tasting. I think it's like $150 a person or something like that. So, and I don't know how many courses that gets you, but it's, a full array of the chef choices. So, it's more of an authentic sushi experience. So,
so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. But what's the most exciting part of all of this is when I went in for my interview. I was telling him, I was like, well, I don't have sushi experience, but I've been in the industry a long time. Also really interested in the cuisine. I just returned from Japan, so I only increased my curiosity. And next, so when you walk into the restaurant, you walk in through a main door, and you enter into a small room, and then you're met with two doors, and one says sushi, and the other side says test kitchen. And the test kitchen is the chef's concept where they literally test recipes for all their other different restaurants. There's a bunch of they have like a tempura concept restaurant. They have a bunch of different ones. And
they serve that.
Yeah. So you can go there and it's the same thing. Cool. It's like a chef's tasting test kitchen. But I don't know if it's not been as successful as they had hoped, or maybe they're just shifting gears, but they're actually rebranding the test kitchen as an izakaya. And when you told me that, I lit up. I was like, dude, sign me up.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, yeah, I mean, if you're interested, we can cross train you here on sushi. And then when the test kitchen becomes the izakaya, he's like, then you can go work over there.
So cool.
Fuck
That's awesome. You told him that you had a Conroe grill and everything, and
I did. It was the most casual interview. I walked in, the chef was like, he was busy with prep. So he was like, actually, I just sat at the sushi bar, and then he was just prepping while he was asking me questions. So he was breaking down a salmon while we were in the middle of the interview. So
that's pretty
cool. Super casual. I was like, I don't have, sushi experience. He's like, nah, but you've been in the industry for a long time. You'll be fine. It's like, cool.
Word.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good. So I'm really excited for that.
You'll get good real quick too. You'll be able to roll rolls real good. Did you, have you tried the food?
No, I can't afford to eat there. That's why I got to go work
there. Cool. I mean, it looks good. I mean, you saw the place, you saw the fish and the sushi bar and everything. And were they open at the time that you walked in?
They were, yeah. They have a really strong reputation. And the chef a couple years ago, he was actually James Beard nominee. So I don't think he won it, but yeah, I mean, it's exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. You're going to learn that rice real good.
Mm-hmm.
You can cook the egg.
Cook the egg. Oh, the...
What's the name? What's the name?
Tamago. Well, I think tamago is just egg in Japanese, but I think in that setting it's typically like cooked with dashi, right?
For those who don't know, it's a piece of nigiri that's a perfect rectangle of egg on top of rice wrapped with a band of nori.
Yeah. And it's cooked with like dashi, which is it's kind of like a seafood stock.
Yeah. Bonito flake and water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kombu,
just seaweed.
Yeah.
Bonito flake, which is like a dry cured bonito.
Smoked.
They do smoke them too. Yeah.
Yeah. It really it gives the flavor of like bacony. That's like the closest association that I have with bonito.
Yeah. I mean, it's dashi is going to be the base of like any ramen that you've had. So,
and miso soup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Yeah. It's really deeply flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
Deeply umami.
I use them all the time. The bonito flakes for ramen.
Do you?
Yeah. I always have them at the house. Some. You do it like I'll like make a stock. Maybe I'll make a base stock and then I'll like doctor it to be whatever, maybe a ramen broth, you know?
Yeah.
Add some more onions and some garlic and some ginger to it, and then I'll like strain it and then put some bonito flake in there for like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, and then strain that out. That's enough to kind of give it that flavor.
I've only ever just used like the instant dashi at home. I've used like the bonito flake and kombu at restaurants and made legitimate stocks, but at home I would just always have the instant shit. But it's not really any more work. I mean, you have to strain it, but
yeah,
it's really not that much more work to make the stock.
Yeah, for sure. And just to like boost anything that you already have, any stock that you already have, if it's, you know, if that fits the profile, just steep a little bonito flake in there and it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Nice.
I think it's time for the whipped cream salmon weird animal fact of the week.
Yes. Yes.
Are you prepared?
I am prepared.
Fuck yeah.
Are you prepared?
Well, I am, yeah.
I'm really excited to share this animal with you, actually.
Okay, I'm excited to hear it. What do you got?
Okay, I'm going to...
God, I hope it's not the same as mine.
I hope. First, I'm going to read you a little about this animal.
Okay.
And then I'm going to share my screen to allow you to see this animal.
Okay. Because I don't have any source work or documentation. This is just...
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So my animal is of the week is called the bald Yakitori.
Okay.
The bald Yakitori is one of 4 species of Yakitori, a small New World monkey found in the western Amazon in Varze forest of Brazil and Peru.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to tell you what I'm about to show you, so I'm kind of skimming this. I'm just going to show you this thing because it's wild. All right.
I've never heard of it, so.
Yeah. But it's a monkey family, you know.
Okay. I think they're called primates. Oh, wait. Red face. That thing.
Is that thing shocking or what?
He looks very sunburnt.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a primate. It's got like kind of light brown hair. But, I mean, it looks like his face has no hair on it and looks like he's been sunburned for, I don't know, like 48 hours straight. It's the most red face you've ever seen. It's like a bamboo's butt, but on this dude's face.
Yeah. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, or if like I don't know, in like an alien movie and the alien like ripped off somebody's face and all you saw was the flesh underneath it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how interesting this animal is. I mean, other than like being the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay. It looks like he doesn't have a nose.
Could you imagine being in Brazil, just walking down the street and this thing fucking pops out? I'd be like terrified of this thing. Yeah, I don't know if he has nostrils. Or she.
It's terrifying looking.
Yeah. Tropical forest, lifespan of 18 years, 50 centimeters in length, whatever the hell that means. Not very tall. 3 kilograms, so not that much.
Not very much.
6.5 pounds. Yeah, cool animal. Their head and their face color helps communicate health.
Interesting. It looks less scary in that picture, but big ol' hands.
Still, as scary or whatever. I mean, ugly has to be at the top of your list of adjectives.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
Shortest of all the monkey tails.
Yeah, it looks really small in that picture. Good find. Good find.
Thanks, Ronnie.
My animal is the owl.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that owls don't have eyeballs?
That can't be true. I've seen their eyeballs.
They're not balls.
Okay.
They have eye tubes.
They have eyes. Okay.
And they're fixed in place. They're unable to move their eyes.
Oh, they only move their neck.
They only move their neck, which is why they're able to spin their head around 180 degrees.
Neat.
Isn't that weird?
That's cool. Yeah. Do they have like, so, I mean, different animals have different characteristic, like they prioritize things differently when it comes to their eyes. Some animals prioritize being able to see a far distance, but maybe don't have the same sharpness. Other animals, value sharpness a lot higher. Humans, right? We have great eyes, right? We can see things close or far away. We can focus really quickly. Some animals move their eyes in different directions at the same time, but I don't know. Just facts about eyes, I suppose.
Yeah, those are all things, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of my next animal, actually. I'm
excited. Next week I can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that like them having fixed eyes is what enables them to find, rodents and stuff running through the grass. Like super sharp, focused vision.
Mm-hmm.
We have very like fluttery vision.
But they're all nighttime.
Yeah.
Right? They got night vision.
Yeah.
It's all green when they're looking around.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking through night vision goggles.
Yeah. They have night vision goggles. It comes the Owl Embassy gives all the owls night vision goggles when they become citizens.
Brian, only one fun fact per week, please.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
Now it's time for the whipped cream sandwich school for cooks that don't. Nope, that's not it today. Now it's time for the idiot sandwich.
What are you? Idiot.
You stupid idiot.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot.
Of all the idiots, you stand alone.
Idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich.
Love it. My turn?
I almost blew it. Yep.
It's okay, dude. We forgive you. I forgive you. I can't speak for all of our listeners, but I would hope that they've forgiven you.
You can only hope.
I have an idiot sandwich that involves yours truly.
Okay.
Non-food related. So bummer on that. Didn't burn anything. I know. But anyway, the shower upstairs in our house, our roommate came down and said that the faucet was dripping. So We call someone out to take a look. They say that the cartridge needs to be replaced, which is behind the handle, and that will fix the dripping. Quote came in for $460. I was like, oh, don't want to do that. Look up the part. Part is $40. So, like, all right, we're gonna. As much as I'm not a big plumbing fan, we're gonna handle this for $400. So, I go upstairs. I pull out the old cartridge. You kind of have to unscrew. Obviously the handle comes off, and then there's the sleeve that's kind of over the tube. You unscrew that, and then you can pull out this cartridge. It's this device that, I don't know, it's not letting water through, regulating heat and stuff. So I pull it out, and I put the new one in. It was a little bit of a struggle to get that in, but I finally figured out how to get it in, and I slid in. And I was like, all right, so this is in a pretty good spot. I'm going to go turn the water on and see if it's leaking before I reassemble the entire thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I go downstairs. Our water turn off is downstairs in the bedroom. I go down there, turn the water back on, walk back upstairs. And I'm like, all right, I'm looking at this thing. It looks pretty good. And all of a sudden, the fucking cartridge shoots across the fucking bath, and just a ton of water starts pouring out of this fucking hole where the handle was. So I'm like soaked, and I'm like trying to push the thing in. And I was like, fuck it. And I just got to run downstairs. I jump up on the bed where the thing is and turn the water off. It was a disaster. It was a little wet. It wasn't that big of a deal, but the cartridge shot across the thing, and one of the gaskets that was in the cartridge went right down the drain, or at least that's what I think happened. Beautiful. because I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like a little, I don't know, 1 centimeter in diameter little gasket. So fuck, back to Lowe's, go get the same part for another $40. Come back, and installed it, and it was all good. I remembered to put the sleeve on before I turned the water on to test if it was working well.
Should have returned the old one. I just bought this.
Didn't come with a gasket.
There's no gasket in here.
Why is it soaked? I don't know. You sold it to me soaked.
I also don't enjoy plumbing. We our house has really hard water, so it builds up, in the toilets and whatever through the plumbing. And we've had a few of our toilets, we'll just they'll just run constantly, and then we get our water bill, and our water bill's crazy. So I have to replace the parts on them in the back of the toilet, and I've done it a couple times now, so I got a little too comfortable with it, and I forgot to turn the water off, and I pulled off one part and just started hosing me in the bathroom. I was able to get it shut off pretty quickly, but turn off your water before you plumb. Before you plumb, turn off the water.
Yeah.
This is the old adage goes.
Yeah.
This one is cooking related. I'd forgotten about this one. I was telling a story at work the other day. This was back in the day. We were working at the pizza place, and one of the servers, she peeks into the kitchen, and she asks my buddy Alex, she's being kind of flirtatious with him, trying to get him to make her some food, as servers do. Mm-hmm. And she's like, will you make me a pizza? And he's like, what do you want on it? And she goes, I don't know, surprise me. Then she leaves the kitchen. And Alex thinly sliced some carrots and threw them down as carrot pepperonis, basically, and baked this pizza, and then put it in a box for her. And then she's all excited. She comes in the kitchen. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And she opens the pizza, and she's the look on her face from overexcitement to confusion and extreme disappointment. And then she looks up at Alex, and she's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, surprise. So, I don't really. I guess she's the idiot. She didn't specify what she wanted. Alex was fucking with her. But it was really funny. I'm sure we were stoned working in this pizza shop, so it was extra hilarious.
Nice.
So yeah.
Congratulations to her. Be more specific.
Enjoy your carrot pizza.
Yeah, because any opportunity that a cook has to fucks with you, they will fucks with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Surprise.
Be specific. Be specific. It's the from your Salmon School for Cooks Who Don't Cook Good.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
You got this one.
Do I have
Tee us
one?
off.
I've been. I'll share something I've been doing.
Okay.
And I'd recommend. I've been making a couple some mayonnaises lately.
Ooh.
I made an aioli a few days ago, and then I wound up we ran out of mayonnaise yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'll whip one out real quick. And I almost forgot how easy it is and simple it is, and how delicious it is when you make some fresh mayo. So
Yeah.
give it a go. It's a couple ingredients. It's really just egg yolks and some oil, maybe a couple different oils if you want to get a little fancy. I use like equal parts like neutral oil and olive oil for mine, and some lemon juice to give it some tang. Also definitely like wind up using a little bit of water to thin it out, because if you just do like straight emulsion, it gets like thick like butter almost.
Super thick, yeah.
So I use a little water every little bit. Yeah. Salt, water, egg yolk, oil, lemon. That's it. Super easy.
Yeah, aiolis are fun and they're delicious.
Yeah, and if you have a food processor of any kind, even a small little baby dick one like we have, super fucking easy. Super easy.
Yeah, we'll go on YouTube, follow a tutorial, and if you're going to do it in a bowl, bonus tip, because you'll need one hand to pour in your oil and then the other hand to whisk. And so if you don't have your bowl secured down, your bowl will like wobble all over the place. Mm-hmm. If you take a towel or rag and you dampen it and then twist it all up and then make it into like a ring on the counter and then set your bowl inside the ring, that'll keep your bowl from like wobbling off the table. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll look like a pro.
Do you have those? Were you the person that has the like stainless steel bowls with the rubber on the outside of the bowl?
No, I don't have them, but I've seen those.
I was just looking at some. Where was I? Anyway, yeah, they're cool. I've never actually used them. I can't confirm if they do the same thing that you're kind of describing, but seems like a good solution.
If you get one with like a big suction cup on the bottom, like one of those like baby bowls,
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be super cool.
Be kind of fun.
That's a genius idea, Ronnie.
Yeah. Should we just make like grown-up versions of baby items?
Yeah. Like binkies?
Put suction cups on all kinds of kids stuff. You know, like your fork and knife and a suction cup on the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. About it. Suction cup anything.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Yes, he will.
What you got, Ronnie?
Mine, like spice blends can be kind of absurdly expensive. You go to the grocery store, even like very simple ones where it's like salt, pepper, garlic. That's like, I feel like that's a really popular one. You can make these spice blends at home in much larger quantities for a fraction of the cost. Any kind of like a barbecue rubs, taco seasonings. I mean, I get like you can buy like the paper packet, like McCormick's or whatever, and they are inexpensive. But make some of your own spice blends at home. You'll save yourself a lot of money, and it'll be your like own little custom thing. You can change it to your taste, and they're fun to just like keep on hand. Yeah,
it's one thing that I'm like, I like love to support like local like food people doing stuff, but like spice blends when they at the farmer's market, I just like something I can't get behind. Like, I'm not your target audience for this, bro. You know, like,
Yeah.
like I get that, like, you've worked really hard to like curate this spice blend, but like, I don't know. It's that ain't me.
Yeah. At Lulu's, we made our own Montreal spice.
Oh, that's good.
And
I love that.
it
stuff.
was dope because, I mean, we, dried, our onions and our garlic and whatever other ingredients all went into it, ground up peppers or, whatever it was. And we had our own house blend. It was really good. Yeah, that was definitely a lot more labor intensive. I'm not saying that go out and make your own onion powder. You can just buy that shit. But, I mean, throw together your own spice mixes.
Yeah.
It's really easy to do.
And there's a lot of like recipes online too for like barbecue spice blends. Like, yeah, for
sure.
For a few dollars, you can make this thing that they're getting rid of for, $15 for, a cup of it.
Yeah, a lot of those, like the specialty, I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe just because we're in North Carolina, so you see most of it, but like barbecue spice blends are so expensive. I mean, they can be like $10, $12 for, whatever brand's signature spice blend.
Yeah.
And it will be like SPG, salt, pepper, garlic.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't need to pay $9 for that.
They also like, I feel like with a lot of those, every time I get my hands on one, because sometimes I get like gifted one and I'll wind up using it.
Sure.
I noticed that they're like so sweet. Like they put so much sugar in a lot of these blends.
Yeah.
Which is not something I do typically when I'm making a spice blend. Maybe a little bit, something sweet, but not sweet to the taste when you're tasting it,
Yeah.
But
very good.
Yeah, great tip. Nice one, Ronnie.
Thanks, Bob. All right. That's all we got for you guys. Thanks for listening. You can support us by following us on our socials. whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. Sorry, whippedcreamsalmonpodcast@gmail.com. Or email us at whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. Did I fucked this up.
whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. whippedcreamsalmonpodcast on Instagram.
On Instagram, thank you.
We'll get it.
I've got CTE.
We love you. Stay creamy. And we'll catch you next time. Love.